Okay. Before we wrap this up, guys, like I said, we're gonna be telling each other what our all-time favorite death battle episode.
Oh boy.
This will be
And
interesting.
yes,
This
it will
way.
be.
I've got so many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same
I have a
here.
video on this.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, please do. I want. I think
All
it's
right.
better.
My all-time favorite would have to be. Not. Wow, I'm drawing a blank.
It
Sam
happens.
Someone needs
Fisher.
to add a drum roll.
What was that?
Sam Fisher versus Solid Snake is my all-time
Whoa!
That is a good
That
one.
was a good one.
Oh,
That was such a good one.
It
Good
was
one.
so awesome. Like the the choreography, and I know it was Tori that did the motion capture for the battle too. And
Mhm.
with that, and also the music they chose, they actually used some songs from this game called what's that game called? Oh my god,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm
But I
drawing a
can't
blank
remember the
right
name.
now. But
Was it?
the music for that episode was just amazing, and I loved how they were like outdoing each other when it comes to their weaponry, the stealth,
Yeah.
everything. It was just so beautifully done. I was actually rooting for Sam Fisher,
Yeah.
because I thought that with the nanos that you know
The EMP.
Solid Snake
Yeah.
had, I thought that it would be like it would hurt him with the EMP, and also
Yeah.
his body is degenerating because he is the unfortunately he was the leftovers between Liquid Snake and him, where Liquid Snake was
Yeah.
actually the superior one, and he was actually the inferior, even though the inferior one beat the superior one. You know,
That's
which was
always
kind of
So
weird.
the story in that about that is so crazy.
I know,
It
like,
Convoluted.
is.
There's so much going
I don't-
on. Like it's hard to keep up with it all. Yeah.
but
It's the
that
craziest
episode
origin of all
really
time.
blew me away when I saw that. And till this day, there has been one that actually felt like topped that one. To me, it even topped Superman versus Goku, even Deathstroke versus Deadpool, in my opinion.
Oh
I love
wow.
that.
I
How
said,
can you
That's
top though? Like I want to ask a serious question. How can you top where he's like got the solid eye and the darkness behind Sam Fisher? You know, and he's like, "You're
Oh,
pretty good.
yeah.
You're pretty good." And that's Ocelot
Good, you're
saying
pretty
that.
good.
It's so there's so much
Snake.
history behind that.
Yes.
It's so epic.
Yeah.
Gives you
Oh.
Does
goosebumps.
anyone mind if I say it? Does
Go
anyone
ahead.
mind if I say it?
Go
All right.
for it.
Snake. Snake. Snake.
I like to zoom in on the eye there.
yes.
Yes. Oh man, that was pretty epic. So.
But hey, mate, what's
who
your favorite all-time favorite death battle episode?
I'm just gonna throw this out there now before I forget. I actually have a video on this, like top 10 favorite death battles, but this is before season 3,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
likely gonna
Okay.
go back to that, doing favorites of season 3, but then adding it to that, and some like have changed since then. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
honestly, my favorite is like Mario versus Sonic, just because like those two,
Good one.
like my childhood, like really got into the rivalry. Plus, I felt like a smug bastard when I got it right, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How about you, Rich?
Oh boy. I'm actually gonna be the unorthodox one here, but it's a tie. It's a two-way tie.
Okay.
The second one is Ratchet and Clank versus Jack and Daxter.
Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I love that one, now I know this is kind of, if to some people it's cheating, but the way that fight was, it was just like, wow. I mean, and I know a lot of people said, oh, Ratchet and Clank only won because of their movie, which I did see, and I loved it, by the way. I don't care what anyone says. I didn't see it as that. I saw it as a PlayStation battle because, again, these are two of PlayStation's biggest icons, you know, and to finally see the argument. And this has been an argument. This actually, at one point, this argument almost topped Goku versus Superman. It was that big when it came out. Yeah, it's not a joke. It was so satisfying to see Ratchet and Clank win. And by the way, I loved how they used the music track from the Ratchet and Clank movie. It's the intro to my new 2.0 intro. And that song, whenever Ratchet and Clank, you know, won, and whenever they got done explaining the analysis, oh my god, that was so freaking lame.
I still love the kill shot in that episode as well.
Yeah, but overall, that's one, but that's not my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite, and this even for me, this beat Deadpool versus Deathstroke, and even Duo's favorite one, Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher. My all-time favorite death battle is Pokemon versus Digimon.
Oh,
A
right in
lot
the
of
childhood
people's
there
favorite
for me.
death battle.
Oh.
Oh,
A lot of people.
I can see
know-
why you picked it, but that was a really good battle, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it was.
It even for me, I'm not joking. This was better than both Goku versus Superman fights, because this was a battle in the 90s that happened. Because I remember I was a fan of Pokemon. I had all of the games. I watched the anime. I had the cards. I even had the gold carrot card that came in a Pokeball that you would get at Burger King. But then when I got introduced to Digimon, I loved it. I fell in love with Digimon. I loved Tai. I loved Agumon. I loved Sora. I loved Matt. I loved all of them. And it's funny because I am now watching I'm going to see the dubbed of the new Digimon series in theaters. And I did see the movie when it came out in the 90s. And I remember Digimon Fever was crazy. And I always wanted to know which one is better, because a lot of people would ask me which one's better, which one do you like more, Pokemon or Digimon? I always said the same thing. I can't decide. But when that battle came out, I was so struck. I didn't know who to go for, because it was like I was in school all over again. But when I saw how epic that fight was, I gotta give Tori credit. He did an amazing job of recapturing the 90s feel. It literally felt like this came out in the 90s. This was a 90s battle, and this fight was a perfect way to end season 2. Like, this was the best season finale they've ever had. And it's funny I say that because Goku versus Superman ended season 1, and now this fight ended season 2. So this is probably
Man, what's going to end season 3?
I know, right? I don't
Hopefully
know.
Galactus versus Unicron.
Oh,
God.
I would love.
I mean, we know that's coming. They've said it so many times.
No.
They have to
Battle of
do
the
that.
Titans. They better get Orson
Yes.
Welles to
Oh
voice
my!
Unicron.
Well, now that he's dead.
You mean raise
I
him
know,
from
he's
the dead?
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
raise
got to
him from
raise
the
him
dead.
from the dead. Yeah, then resurrect
Oh,
him.
Yeah, it's just like I am Unicron. Yes, but to
So
this
good.
day, oh hell, I love the Transformers.
They
I'm
gotta
gonna be biased for a moment. I want Unicron to win.
Oh yeah, same
I
here.
do too.
I want Unicron. I'm going for Unicron. But yes, at the end of the day, in my opinion, Pokemon versus Digimon is my favorite death battle of all time, and nothing can top it. Like, nothing can recapture that 90s feeling, because I mean, it's so great. And even though, well, unfortunately, what happens to my favorite, because I have another confession to make. I actually like Red more than I do Ash, and to see Red die like that, it was heartbreaking. But it wasn't.
That was
going
going to be even sadder.
Yeah, like they were gonna. The original ending was gonna have Red run towards Charizard and hug him and cry and say, "I'm sorry," and they would both burn together.
Oh.
That would have been
Oh my God.
That
horrible.
is a
Feel.
messed up image.
I know. My childhood.
Oh,
It
Going
hurts.
up in smoke.
It's like Pokemon the first movie all over again.
No.
Except Ashes, and he turned some stupid kid into stone.
Life from Heaven, Resurrection in 3 minutes.
That's my favorite death.
Ash is Jesus, apparently.
Oh,
Awesome.
And last but
yeah,
not least,
right.
Star. What is your all-time favorite death battle?
Well, kind of like Richard here. It's kind of a tie. I really just want to say it's two of them. The
Can I say
first
it's
one,
2 as well?
yeah,
Sure.
go for it.
I'll let Star go, and then I'll, like...
All right. The first one has to be Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter, and that's
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
I like
And
that.
That
I
was
just
originally
love
going to
that
be
one.
Harry versus Aang.
I love that one,
Yeah.
not because of the fight animation, because the fight animation wasn't that great, but the breakdown, the analysis of the characters was really, really good, and I could watch that over and over again and never get sick of it.
Yeah.
The second one, would have to be Link versus Cloud.
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about it.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I know it's controversial, but I mean, I'm a huge Zelda fan.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah, that's amazing. Did you know? Going back to your first one, did you know that they didn't give Luke Skywalker all of his powers? Like there was a power he had in the expanded universe.
Oh, is this the one you told me about last night?
Yes. Luke Skywalker had a power in the expanded universe where he could engulf himself entirely to the living force, and he had unlimited power. He literally had the power of a god. And he destroyed an army. Yes, he destroyed an army with this. But the only problem with it is it often leaves the practitioner either drained, like tired, or it leaves them dead. But luckily for Luke, he didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so that just shows how much Harry Potter would have been screwed if he fought Luke Skywalker to his fullest potential. But I also agree with your only mate. Harry Potter was originally supposed to fight Aang from Avatar.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got one
That would've
person
been
who
death
can
on a
control
stick.
all the elements, and his opponent has a stick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a magic stick,
Well,
but
I mean, he can shoot instant death at you, yeah, but fast. He can lift a rock and stop that shit instantly.
Right.
Yeah, but
And that's his weakest. That's his weakest form was the Earth form.
Yeah, but they also, because they were already in production with Harry versus Aang, they had Aang's analysis ready to go, but they decided to scrap it because they realized, okay, Harry Potter's going to lose. He needs someone on that he can, manage to push back a little bit. So that's why they chose Luke Skywalker, because Luke, we got to admit, Harry kind of did keep Luke on his toes.
They did say early on that they were going to use Luke from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
early on.
Yeah, but they did give
after he beat his father. I think.
Yeah, but they did. Yeah, but they gave Luke Skywalker his expanded universe powers.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, they gave him the Shoto Saber as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
which was the killing blow.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Remember that scene? Like, oh man.
The fight, like I said, the fight was pretty primitive compared to what goes on these days. But I just love to watch that. It mixes so well the pre-fight talk about the discussion and then going into the fight itself. The fight is really short. It's like 2 minutes long, maybe 3 minutes long. It's not very long.
Yeah, because how would you like to die by having someone use your scar as a weakness?
And that was
and then get stabbed with another lightsaber. That's just crazy.
At the time, I didn't even know Luke had anything like Shatterpoint. I thought he just force choked the pigs out. I didn't know that was like them getting internally destroyed or anything.
Oh yeah. Shatterpoint works in two different ways, but it's kind of a long story. But
I mean, the pigs even looked like they were getting force choked.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Like they were clutching their throats and everything.
Yeah. Link versus Cloud is. I mainly like it because I really like the fight animation.
Oh my God, it was so neck and neck.
I know everybody kind of looks at. I see a lot of people saying that the fight animation looks like shit, but to me, that was the first fight they really did in 3D, like one of the big first 3D fights they ever did, and it blew my mind. Like it was so cool, and the music was on point with everything about it. It kept you pumped.
It did, and it perfectly. Sorry to cut you off, but the fight animation also represented the struggle they had in the analysis and in real life. Like it's really neck and neck. This could be anyone's matchup.
Yeah.
And plus,
that's what I thought. Like
Link.
Cloud's gonna win. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Cloud's gonna win. Cloud's gonna win. Cloud's gonna win. That's what I kept.
I kept coming back and forth.
He can summon meteors. He can freaking summon knights of the round. He can do all that.
Yeah.
But they didn't give him any of that, which would have been bad for Link if they gave him any of that.
It would have, but we got to admit, it was kind of cool. Sorry to cut you off, but it was kind of cool to see Link put his sword in the ground and then kneel when Cloud falls, and then he gets up and just walks away like a badass.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Up until like, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
When they explained about the Hylian shield, I said to myself, now a lot of people did not say this. They did not. They thought to themselves, this is bullshit. And then they cut off the video and left. What I thought was that makes sense because the Hylian shield is indestructible.
Yeah.
Link can lift a huge-ass piece of granite out of the ground, whatever they calculated it to be. It was massive. And no sword strike
it was like
from
1,000
Cloud impacted that much.
Yeah,
on that shield.
1,000 pounds.
Yeah, like, I know that Cloud can cut through a skyscraper. What did they say about Yang punching, like, a steel-reinforced, like, foundation down with a robot or something? She hit a robot towards it or something broken. I can't remember what that was.
That was her getting punched through a pillar.
That was a lot of force.
After getting shoved through like a bunch of other pillars. But
was that as much as Cloud's golden gauntlets could withstand, or more?
Hey, when did Cloud get the golden gauntlets?
Oh, I mean Link get the golden.
You mean Link?
Yeah, Link.
No, it's fine. I think so. I think it's more than Link could do, but I don't know. I mean,
the Hylian shield, though,
yeah.
Indestructible. You know, it's still controversial, like I said, but it made sense to me.
It is.
And I, as a Link fan, I could do nothing but agree with what happened.
That is so. That is so.
To be honest,
because I'm biased.
To be honest, whenever I watch Death Battle, I'm just like, okay, so I've done my research. I think this person's going to win. Listen to what they have to say. Watch the fight. If the person I thought was going to win wins, I'll be like, yay. But if they don't, I'll be like, oh, all right. So why didn't this person win? If they explain it in a way that makes sense to me, I'll just be like, oh, okay, well, congrats, whoever won, and just move on to the next one.
I don't even think I do that anymore. Yeah. Like I hardly ever just there's not been many fights though this season that's really grabbed me in you know that way like my childhood.
Yeah.
Like, if a childhood character like.
Well, if something that I fear is coming, then that might change for me, and I might be as nervous as I was for a earlier Death Battle. It was nearly a year ago.
I am kind of stoked about Cammy and Sonya, because they are childhood characters that I grew up with. So I'm gonna be really into that.
I agree. Your only mate wasn't there? Didn't you say you had a second favorite Death Battle that you wanted to throw in?
Yeah. Just throwing this out there, on that video, I put this one at number 4, but I kept thinking to myself, no, I really should have put this one higher. But I don't. It's just a thing that wrestled with me like constantly. But
okay.
My other favorite one is Yang versus Tifa. Just because.
Oh, of course.
It's a good fight.
Like, I just can't begin to describe how nervous I was. The second the music dropped in like Hokyo versus Dan, I knew it was Yang, and when I stopped, sorry, I can't talk. When I stopped recording my reaction, I was like, oh my god, Yang's in death, but oh god, what if she dies? And
I was so salty.
Panic set in. And I was so ridiculously nervous for that fight. But then when I was getting snap Tifa's neck, I was just filled with this just pure joy. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Tifa's a bad person. I just really love Yang.
Of course it was blissful for you.
Oh yeah. I may have deafened a few people in that one. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I felt the same way when they did Raiden versus Wolverine, because I'm a huge Raiden fan. And when I saw he was going up against Wolverine, I was nervous. I stuck with Wolverine. People kept telling me I was wrong. He's gonna lose. But when Raiden won, and that fight was so close, that almost did become my number one favorite. But seriously, I was nervous after. I had to take a shower after that fight because I was sweating so much. I was just like, oh my god.
It shocked me because I didn't think anyone could just cut his head off.
I was the exact same way.
Million fries and stuff. I'm like, what the?
I still don't believe it.
I believe it, damn it.
It never happened.
I believe it. Oh. I believe it.
I don't believe Tifa versus Yang happened either. I was so salty. Have you seen that video of mine? I got so much hate for that. Buckets of hate.
I'm surprised I haven't gone hate just because of how fucking loud I screamed when
I was
with that neck snapped.
I know. Same here. I mean, as soon as
seriously, if you decide to watch that, turn the volume way down before you get to the next snap.
I'll have to check it out.
Unless you want to deafen yourself.
I'll definitely. No, I agree with you. When I saw, and I know Duo and SpectralStar disagree, but when I saw Raiden cut Wolverine's head off, I screamed so loud. I'm pretty sure I almost tore a hole in the roof because I was like, yes! I knew it. I said Raiden was gonna win. All of you disagreed with me. Woo!
There is so much like so many ways you could even counter argue that, though. You know what I mean? Like it's not even worth arguing about. Like it's
true.
just there's just too much. Like, is it adamantium? Was it vibranium sword he cut him with? You know, stuff like that. You know, but yeah, it was a pretty epic fight, though. It was.
I did not like the end analysis because they should have explained more into detail on why Raiden won instead of just saying, "Oh, well, this character this character had a
Misty
arm
Knight.
that could." Yeah, there you go. This character, Misty Knight, had an arm that could cut anti-metal. It's just like I wish they would have gone more into it, and they showed a comic panel of Magneto ripping out the adamantium in Wolverine's body. I wish they would have gone more into.
Well, there was a little side note there saying the Wolverine skeleton has been manipulated before.
Yeah, I know, but I wish they would have gone more into that because again, I remember seeing so many people who were pissed that they should have gone into that. I even had to explain to my friend who was going for Wolverine. He actually betrayed me, saying, "I'm going for Raiden," and then he said, "Nope, I'm going for Wolverine." I was like, "You traitor!" He was so pissed when Wolverine lost, so if it makes SpectralStar and Duo feel better, my friend was just as pissed, but I had to explain to him.
I was salty after that one.
I know, he kept saying, nope, that fight didn't happen, Wolverine did not lose, he is unbeatable, and he is a badass, because he says, Bob.
That's what I want, though, you know, I want a fight like that makes me feel that kind of emotion again. Not the salty emotion, but the happiness emotion every once in a while, you know, because
I agree.
I just haven't seen a fight this season that's really.
Well, possibly coming up this October, I might feel one of those too.
I thought Bowser versus Ganon was going to be one of those fights where I'd be like, you know, I got all hyped for it and then it was 2D and I was like,
yeah.